Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Cast Revive, your weekly top 5 gaming podcast and more. I'm your host, Matt Heimerl, and here with the man that always forgets to swirl it, Mr. Brian Husky.
I'll never swirl it.
Always got to swirl it. So we are doing something awesome this evening. We were invited in by Chris Brown, owner of the Bar Arcade in Orlando, Florida, to come in and run a podcast for his 4th anniversary party. I can't believe this place has been open for 4 years. It's an amazing place, and he rented out the store, this orange building next door that he hosted. Lots of arcade cabinets and pinball machines. He's got a DJ over there, so he really pulled out all the stops for this. This is actually a pretty amazing site. We're in the main location at Bardolph Mills right now, and there's a pretty good amount of people in here. And this place, if you've never heard of this place, then you might be a first-time listener because I talk about the bar quite often. But it's a bar arcade. So you got your normal beers, and then you have pinball machines. I'm looking at arcade cameras of Galaga, Marble Madness, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong. I think I see Centipede over there in the corner. And it's amazing. It is amazing.
Death Race is playing on one of the TVs.
Yes, Death Race is playing on one, and the other one has Christian Bale. I'm trying to figure out what it is right now. It's like Matrix with Chris Bale.
It might be Equilibrium.
Never heard of it.
It's a good movie.
Maybe we'll start a movie podcast. Write in if you want us to start a movie podcast. Top 5 movie scenes in movies. So this evening is going to be pretty interesting because we're not doing just a normal... we're not doing a normal episode at all. We're not doing a top 5. We're not doing anything. We're actually doing an open mic style radio kind of show this evening. So we're going to be inviting up random people who just want to come up, sit down, and chat games with us. We're going to be playing, taking little breaks and playing some gaming music in there while Brian and I get a chance to go and check out some cool things they got going on here. And plus drink heavily.
Mostly to play Marble Madness.
Marble Madness on cabinet is amazing if you haven't played it.
What are you drinking tonight, Matt?
I right now have a Sprite and an Angry Orchard.
Are you double fisting it?
I am. I'm just YOLOing it. We actually just walked down to the corner of this place called Pop Thai, and we got some dinner there. Yeah, really good. I got these drunken noodles and a little spicy, so needed something to cool it down, and it was pretty legit. I'm a big fan of it.
Yay.
Yeah. Oh, man. This is exciting stuff. I'm really looking forward to it and getting some people on here to share their thoughts about video games and, maybe clothing lines and what types of shoelaces they're using, things like that. What do you think? Does that sound exciting to you?
Can you look forward to something that's already happened or happening?
I think so.
Okay.
Because perhaps they're going to do something that hasn't happened yet.
Ooh.
It's like when you're talking to someone and you know they're going to lean forward and kiss you, you're just waiting for it.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time.
It happened to you earlier by me.
Yeah. While I was driving.
And we just lost everybody who was listening to the show, but that's okay. We're going to start out with some news to get this stuff started. We're going to start out with the new Bastion video that was released. Not really new.
Because Matt watched it in the car.
Because I watched it in the car. And I can't believe I didn't watch it when it first came out because I've usually been on top of all of the Overwatch videos, which are absolutely amazing, by the way. If you haven't played the game or anything, they don't really explain much story in the game except like little side conversations, stuff like that. So these animated shorts give you a chance to get into their backstory, their history, and stuff like that, and certain relationships between people. And the Bastion one is really, really cool. And it's a little sad, too.
Still no Sombra.
Still no Sombra.
No Sombra Easter egg in that video at all.
That would have been the time to do it. I know people are chomping at the bit for Sombra, who I read is possibly like a stealth-like character.
I haven't heard anything about her. I've heard that you can find clues about her in the game, but I've yet to see one.
Sounds like you need to play the game because
I've
want
seen
to
believe
everything. Sombra is an elf chef that throws knives at you, but the knives are covered in Caesar dressing and crouton crumbs. Roadhog loves it.
I'll bet he does.
I've been having some bad rounds in Overwatch lately.
Good for you.
No, it's not.
Oh, no, I mean, no, bad for you. That stinks.
I took a little hiatus because I've been really obsessed with Rocket League. And I'm taking a little break from that because I'm losing.
Re-obsessed with Overwatch.
And, well, people are teabagging me in Rocket League, and it's really.
How do you teabag in Rocket League?
When you turn your car, it's the equivalent. You turn your car around and you shoot your propulsion at the screen, so it's like they're pooping all over you. That's the equivalent of the teabag in that game, and it's really annoying.
They should call it poop bagging.
Yeah, well, it's frustrating. I love competitive gaming, and I hate it at the same time. Because you just want to be like, you say, good game. Like the last game that my friend and I played, this guy was just like, noob team, bad team. These guys just stink. And it's like, we're the only ones who scored. And it's just like we're not in competitive mode. We're not doing seasons. We're just in
you're just
casual
playing the
play.
game casually.
You know, if you're that upset about it, then just leave. I'll play with AI. I'd rather play with AI.
That's right.
Than a random pickup person.
Get your ego out of here.
Unless you're a fan of the show, then I would love to play with you on Xbox One because that's
unless you're a
I
jerk and a fan of the show.
Yeah, but I don't think our fans are jerks.
That's probably true.
Unless they watch The Jerk. Which is a great movie. See what I did there? There should have been The Jerk, the video game. That would have been really funny. Make it like a Paperboy style, but it's the Jerk.
Speaking of old games,
talk to me.
Did you hear about the Stranger Things fan-made game based on the Scum engine?
I did. Care to elaborate?
Because we read the same article together.
No, it's not surprising that the popularity of Stranger Things is going to spawn a gaming a game. I mean, like
a gaming game.
Yeah, a gaming game, and the fact that it's done in like the '80s style video games,
like Maniac Mansion.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome,
yeah.
And this needs to get developed and like actually like truly made.
Instead of Netflix shutting it down, they should talk to the makers and be like, "Hey,
that's a good
we
idea.
like what you did. Care to sell us the idea so we can make it into a game?"
Yeah, they won't do it though. They'll just sue the person, make them become homeless, and then take the idea and make a profit off of it.
Probably true. I'm wearing a Stranger Things T-shirt, but Matt made me cover it up with our own T-shirt.
That's right. We got
Cast Revive T-shirt.
We got our own T-shirts made and new business cards, and we're out sporting in style this evening. So,
if you'd like a business card, come to the BART on Mills in Orlando, Florida.
That's right.
Sometime before midnight tonight. Pick one up.
And they're listening to this on Monday. We're 2 days late.
Oh, sorry. Go back in time.
We did see a DeLorean on the way over here, so we know it's possible.
We did see a wrecked DeLorean painted blue.
Yeah, it was blue, though.
It was blue.
You got to keep it that, like, silver, or at least, like, the gunmetal silver.
Yeah.
You know, got to go crazy with it.
Gunmetal gray.
Gunmetal. Yeah, gunmetal gray, that's right. That's, like, one of the coolest colors.
I really like it. I wish my car was that color, but it's actually gunmetal silver, so.
Oh.
Like the DeLorean.
I'm so confused right now.
Just driving men in circles with logic.
Speaking of logic, I'm looking at this pinball machine Funhouse.
Yeah,
and it's creeping me.
That face
out.
is like a nightmare fuel. There's a giant dummy head in the cabinet.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's oh wow, yeah,
yeah.
I thought I was looking at the artwork. There actually was. Oh my god, that is terrifying. That's a cool thing about like this place only houses like retro stuff. I mean, you're not really going to see any modern stuff in here. It's all ancient arcade cabinets. And the coolest thing about it is the dude Chris buys the cabs, and he like fixes them up himself. He knows how to fix these cabinets. Yeah. So he doesn't just buy them new and says, "Oh, I just own these." Like, no, he legitimately knows how to fix it. Like,
I've seen his like parts warehouse.
Oh, really?
Pinball stuff. Yeah, it's amazing. Just like a bunch of cabinets, and then like the monitors and the chips and everything.
Yeah, I want to get one of those Play Choice cabs. It's the one where you can have like 20 different games like in it,
cool.
and you just got to switch like the mod chips out.
He took that out. I don't see it over there. It used to have like a Mega Man fighting game in it.
Yeah, and it had Ghosts and Goblins. Yeah. It had
Battle 1942 or
1942.
Yeah, is that what it's called? Just 1942.
1942. Yeah, great game. Awesome soundtrack too. It had like 4 tracks.
You should talk about the art on the wall, Matt.
Yes.
Or did you already?
No, I did not. There is some amazing art on the wall.
Right above us.
Oh, specifically right above us, done by J.P. Perez, is a Samus, and everybody knows that I am a Samus nut. And it's Zero Suit Samus.
It's Zero Suit
with
transitioning
into her power suit.
Full Metal Samus.
Yeah, I mean this thing is legit. Actually, while we're talking, I'm actually going to take a picture of it and put it up on the on the website, so people listening to it, they can be like, "Oh my goodness, I remember that part. That dude talked about it. He's so right." I'm gonna get Brian in the picture.
Oh no, but I'm talking. Further down from that, there's some sick Batman art, and then a thing I can't tell, is that a Dracula art? Matt, is that Dracula's?
Where?
The third portrait down.
That is some kind of like bear with an eagle for an eye. That's Barrett Biggers. So that's his art.
Is that Barrett Biggers?
Yeah, that's Barrett Biggers.
Nice.
Art. I don't know what it's called though. I can't see it too well from here. But it's got like some undead like
it looks
style.
really creepy.
It does look really creepy. He does like this surreal like style stuff, and that's what he's been getting into, more like original style art, and it's just brilliant what he does. So, as if I would say anything else about Barrett's art. So, you know what? Barrett's art just stinks, and everybody will be like, "Oh my goodness, did he have a falling out?" It's like, no, never. I love him. I'm looking at what else is behind me. Oh, we got a Galaga. Actually, I'm taking this mic out of the stand so I can turn around a bit.
Did you see the Metroid 1-Up mushroom right behind your face?
Oh yeah, famous after death, Mushroid. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, I have some of his art. I have some of his. I have a Kid Icarus. I have a Kirby. I have. I think I have two more. Dude, I have so much gaming art. It's ridiculous. I don't know where I'm going to put it all. That Tree of Life.
Walls.
That Tree of Life is up, down, left, right, BA, start. That's badass.
And it's got a bunch of Mega Man E-tanks on the leaves.
And it's got the Power Star and the mushroom. That's so cool.
So come on down to Bill's, the BART. Check it out. Check out some of this art.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Mills. BART on Mills.
BART on Mills.
I can't get sidetracked already, man.
No, see, this is the thing. This is our first live, on location things. Like normally we're in an enclosed room, to where it's we just have you and I to go up, but there are so many things to look at, and it's just it's so overwhelming and distracting. I absolutely love it.
I'm full of Thai food as well.
Yeah, and we're full of Thai food as well, and it's an amazing experience, man. I'm looking forward. I think we're gonna get most hopping, like I said, between 8 and 10. I think we're gonna get some peeps on talking about some stuff, and it should be a good time.
What other news you got?
What other news do I have? I'm gonna bring this up on my phone because I can't remember everything. But there's a new announcement of I don't know why they're doing this, for a possibility of a new Duke Nukem game. New Duke Nukem game. So it says right here. Where is it at? No. Last Bastion. No. Can't find it, Brian. It said that there was an announcement leading up to, I think, a PAX panel. And it's celebrating the 20th. Here we go. Yeah, the website has been active this week. The 20th anniversary banner celebrating 20 years of Duke Nukem 3D. A bold coming soon, a countdown that peters out on September 2nd. That day, coincidentally, that Gearbox is holding a panel at PAX. So keep an eye next week. So September 2nd, we're going to find out if we're going to get a new Duke Nukem game.
Or we may not find out ever.
The thing is that the one that they redid for PS3 was so bad. There is literally not a moment in that game that I was like, that was actually okay. And which sucks, because I love Duke Nukem 1, 2, and Duke Nukem 3D. I've beaten all of them. I've beaten all the expansions. I've beaten Duke Nukem A Time to Kill on PS1. So, I'm a huge fan of the series. And I just don't understand, because that game took so long to come out. It wasn't all right, we're in development 2 years later. It literally took them 15 years to get that game made.
Yeah.
And it's, looking at some nudity on the TV there. Rock and roll. And it's, that's fitting for a Duke Nukem game, because that's all he talks about. Gonna kick ass and chew bubblegum. and I'm all out of bootlaces, so I'm going to keep chewing gum until I spit it on them.
None of that was about boobies.
No, it wasn't about boobies. That's true. I got sidetracked by gum and boots. Brian, I really want to play that Funhouse game, but I'm worried it's gonna give me nightmares. There's literally like this. There's like that. No matter where you move, the eyeballs are like following you. It's creepy as hell.
It's gonna follow you home.
It will follow me
into your dreams.
Well, luckily you're driving me home, so
this is true.
That is pretty good.
I better keep drinking.
Better keep drinking. Speaking of that, I think I'm gonna get another beverage. So we're gonna take a short break, play some little NES tunes in the background. And when we come back, we're going to see if we can get a guest on here to talk about stuff other than my weight and good looks. So we'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Smell you later.
We are back. We are back. Got another drink, so we're back on track. How was that? Was that pretty good?
Yeah, that was cool. The whole bar watched you do that.
Nice. I hope they did. I hope they're all looking like, I am not sitting down and talking to that guy. That's the problem, is the more I have to drink, the louder I'm going to get.
He has had the neck of his Angry Orchard.
By neck, do you mean like a quarter? Hey,
maybe an eighth.
I'm a lightweight. Thank you. So we know that wasn't NES music. That that
my
I promised.
bad.
But that was just assorted game tracks.
I've had half my beer.
So I didn't want people to be like, so these guys said NES music, so why they playing Sonic?
Matt gave me an audio cue, and I didn't pick up on it because I wasn't listening to him. So
that's my co-host, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Good night. So let's talk about something that I saw recently. This is going to be a subject that you and I don't really talk about much. I don't think we've mentioned it on the podcast before. We'll talk about World of Warcraft real quick.
Okay, cool.
Blizzard, this is actually really interesting because I'm a big fan of live streaming. So they actually added the ability to stream right through to Facebook.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. Do you? I mean, what is the reason that you think that they would? Because a lot of people are already streaming like through Twitch. Like, why would they like limit it to just like just Facebook? Like,
it's called free advertising.
Yeah, but they get so much of that through streaming. Like, I just like, who else are you trying to reach? I mean, people know about WoW, so I'm just curious as to how much.
I don't know. It's the biggest social network. Yeah, social network.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of people, and maybe a lot of those people never heard of Twitch.
True.
I mean, Facebook is probably bigger than Twitch still.
I'm wondering if people decide they want to become like broadcasters, will they be able to do that through this, or is this like, this is the introductory? Do you like it? If so, then move over to Twitch and become like partnered. Like, I wonder if they're gonna take this to a level to where you can, get some monetary return on
I wonder, yeah. I haven't read too much up on it. I just know that it popped up on my Battle.net starter thing. And I was like, oh, I have to tell Matt about this. And then you told me about it first. So,
nice.
Yeah.
I do want to try it out, I think, when Legion comes out. Because much to Brian's concern here.
This is why me and Matt aren't friends outside of the show.
Yeah, I'm going to be playing probably a Demon Hunter, most likely.
So excited about his. What did you guys hear? Like all the last 10 podcasts, just drew a tank, drew a tank.
The problem is they got rid of the ability that I love to play.
They didn't get rid of it.
The one button, yes,
they didn't get rid of it.
They essentially did.
They didn't get rid of it.
The ability is completely useless now. My Thrash, my AoE bleed, instant spammable ability is now in a 10-second cooldown, and that's it. That literally destroyed the Clash for me. That was the only ability I had on my hotbar. Like, that was it.
I just want to play the female orc like cry sound right now. 'Cause that's what that sounds like.
I was looking so forward to it, and then I just realized that I'm not a man, so I really shouldn't play a tank. You know, I'm more of a range character. And now I'm going back into a melee with the demon. I'm essentially the person that doesn't know what the hell they want. And
makes me sad.
And Brian hates it because Brian is like the master of all trades type thing.
No, I've played a shaman consistently since 2008.
Yes, but you have multiple hundreds and experience with.
Those are called outs.
Yeah, but you have enough experience with those characters that you know what you're doing.
And I mean, no, not really. If it's a healing class, I like to heal, and then short of that, I've never reached the top of the DPS charts because I don't care, and I can't tank because I also am not a man.
Right. Well, you are more than me.
I don't find tanking fun.
Yeah,
it's not fun for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't like to be the first one to die.
See, the thing is, I don't mind tanking if I'm in a group with just all friends. It's more laid back. I feel like I can learn.
You have performance anxiety.
I do. I mean, no, that's absolutely true. I mean, I'm worried I'm going to mess something up. The thing is, it's not so much that like I'm going to die. Like I'm worried about wasting somebody else's time. Like
I wouldn't. Nobody else is.
Well, I know, but that's just me. I'm one of the few people in this world that has a strong conscience. So I'm just like, oh my god, I died. I should have like learned the fight before I go into it. since I'm like new and it's just like all we do is wipe, and the DPS who waited 30 minutes to queue and they're just rage quitting because I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm just like, oh my
That's
god,
their fault.
yeah. But I mean,
They're not DPSing hard enough to counteract your tanking failure.
Yeah, but I see it both ways. I hate the idea of learn the fight before you go in, but at the same time, when an expansion's been out for like over a year, I feel like, okay, if you're just going into it, you do need to kind of learn it.
If it's your first time seeing the dungeon, like I wouldn't want to ruin it. I would want to play it first. I
Right.
don't want to watch a YouTube tutorial on how to do it. That's not the kind of gamer I am. That doesn't limit my consciousness. It's just I don't want to be spoiled going into it, And if the healer can't keep me alive as the tank, then that's the healer's fault.
And they also changed the Resto Druid up. They took away the mushroom. They gave the efflorescence thing now.
It's the exact same thing.
No, but it's not though, because
it just doesn't heal.
It doesn't heal
doesn't
everyone.
Heal whoever stands in the area. It heals up to 3 people.
Up to 3 people. So that is a big change.
It's too overpowered.
Do you thought Wild Mushroom was too overpowered?
It was too overpowered. Yeah,
I like it,
especially in a raid when you have 5 healers all using their little circle of health, thing. I think it really limits what they can do in the raid, and also making that ability effective. So if they had like a raid where it's like very movement heavy, obviously you're not going to get a lot of use out of that.
Right. So I mean, are they like, since it only heals 3 people now? Are those three people getting healed for a lot more than they were having it spread out?
I would think that the healing is up on it a lot. It's just
it just heals
doesn't
the most.
affect the whole,
it just heals the most injured,
most damaged people.
Damaged people. Focuses them first,
and then you're still going to be going ape with your other heals. So it's not like you have no healing power outside of that.
Right. Okay. See, this is why you're here, to explain things that I get frustrated.
That's what I told you. Like when Blizzard makes a change, I try to adapt to Blizzard's change. I don't let it ruin the class that I want to play.
Mm-hmm. I let it ruin stuff.
I can't use a fire totem as a healing shaman now.
Wow.
I don't care. Not
a little
my
bit,
job to deal damage.
A little bit you might care.
Nah.
Someone I thought messaged me, but they did not. I thought it was cool for 0.5 of a second.
You're still cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So you've done all the Legion stuff. I mean, all the pre-patch stuff. You've done all the invasions and got the Chieve and all that stuff.
And the 2 quest lines that came out.
And the 2 quest lines. That's pretty cool stuff. What else? There was the one where you with Khadgar.
Yeah, there's a quest line where you
go to Dalaran.
You go to Dalaran, and then he sends you to Ulduar and Karazhan.
That's right. Okay.
And then you get back to Dalaran, and then they didn't let you do the rest of the quest line for a little bit. You had to do you had to wait until this week, and then they opened the rest of it up.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's a few like talking quests in Dalaran, and then it basically shows you how they move Dalaran from one location to another.
Oh, okay, cool. I got to go ahead and do that then.
And then there's the Broken Shore, which you did, obviously.
Yeah. And I read also, I saw on a video that they're when you first start, you get to choose one of your 3 specs for your weapon that you want to use, and then
specs for your weapon.
I mean, like, you get to choose what artifact weapon you want depending on what talent you are.
Oh, okay.
And then they said that the other ones you'll be able to get, they open up at 102 or 103.
Oh, okay. So you change spec. And you
so you'll be able to get the other ones as well, essentially having all 3. And I like the fact that now you can swap willy-nilly as long as you're in an inn. You can switch that stuff out.
Much better than dual spec.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just why? I mean, nope, you can't do this one. So I don't have to have the vanishing power or whatever it is anymore to swap all that stuff out. You can do
except when you're out in the field.
Except when you're out in the field.
Yeah, but if you go to an inn, you're fine.
Free. Yeah, super cool.
It is really cool. I think it limits the amount of alts I'll make, probably.
Yeah,
because now I don't need 2 druids.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. Gonna be a long grind. At least it's only 10 levels.
Yeah, it's not so bad.
But then you have to level up your sword, and then the new PvP system, which I'm looking really forward to.
PvP system being divided into its own kind of like level system is really cool.
Yeah, they're going back. Apparently, it was like that earlier on in like Vanilla and Burning Crusade, I think, and then they got rid of it. I think that's what a buddy of mine said. Now they're going back to how it used to be.
That's cool.
So yeah, that's really cool that it's literally its own system in itself. People who only want to focus on that, they're like, oh man, you're like level 2 million, like you're like the greatest PvPer ever. So, and that turns out to be me. I'm the worst rogue PvPer in the history of the world. That's why I can't play a rogue.
Why would you say that?
Because I tried it.
Oh, okay.
I tried leveling. I have a rogue that's 91 that I boosted to 90, and I got one level. But I have another one that I leveled to like 38, and I did it as soon as PvP opened. That's all I did was PvP him and try to get. So it's a long grind, and I was just not getting better. My reactionary skills are really bad. That's why I like standing far back. I can see a lot more instead of like being like, oh, there's a guy behind me. Oh, I'm whiffing. That's why I'm so bad at Rocket League. I whiff. I constantly whiff.
You should be the goalie.
I try, and I whiff there too. So it's pretty crazy. It is pretty crazy. So yeah, wow, good stuff. Next week, right? It goes live
The 30th.
the 30th.
Yeah.
Wow, that's right around that's this
so
upcoming week.
If you're playing in the pre-patch, make sure you get your toy and your Grifta's boots.
Where do you get those?
So
apparently I'm missing something.
if you do the Broken Shore,
did that,
they send you to the boat. So on your way up to the boat, there's all these people. Like you get to like eat your last meal and like get your weapon blessed. And
Yeah.
a couple other things. There's a vendor on Horde side that sells you a snake charmer's flute. It's a toy that like summons a bunch of snakes to you, and a cosmetic foot slot item that makes your feet invisible.
really
Well, it doesn't make it invisible. It just makes your boots invisible, so you see your bare feet.
interesting? How much do they cost?
Just like a couple golds. A couple golds.
A couple golds.
Couple golds. Also, there's an item that you can loot in the Broken Shore little quest. There's like a crypt or something, like a coffin, and you can click on it and get this necklace, like a locket, and you bring it to this lady. This is for Alliance side players. You bring it to this lady in the Owen Forest. Bring it to the lady at the Lumber Forest, the lumber mill in Owen Forest, and you give it to her, and then I think she's so upset about her husband being died that she like offs herself.
Oh wow!
But then you can go back into her house later and loot her belongings, and you get a little head slot item that's a cosmetic hood, a white hood, and unlock that for your account-wide transmog.
That just seems kind of weird. Like he's like, hey, I found this. Oh my god! And then kills herself, and then you go back in and it's like, oh hey, you're done too. So I'm gonna go ahead and steal this item and use it for myself.
Classic RPG.
I mean, don't think like
go into someone's house and open their chest.
You think like somebody from the Alliance would like at least bury the person, give them like a proper. They just leave her in the house dead.
Her body's not there. You loot like her footlocker or something.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Elder Scrolls style. Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hope everybody can hear that stuff. They won't be able to. They'll be editing down the background noise a little bit. I think you need to go up there and play some Marble Madness.
It's very intimidating. Also, I'm in the corner.
Yeah, but I can get out.
Like a naughty child.
Are you a naughty child?
Not really.
You should be. You should just like Hulk rip your shirt off, somersault over the table.
Yeah.
Right over to the Marble Madness team and said, count it.
If I tried to do that, I would rip my shirt about halfway before it got stuck, and then I would just stumble over the table and knock off all the equipment.
You would just,
and somehow my pants would fall off. Like,
you would literally be that guy that tries to do something cool and just trips over the table and smashes like everything over.
That's me every time I try to be cool. So I just don't try.
You're cool in that picture I took, though.
No, I'm not.
So if you ever want to
look at that picture.
If you ever want to see what Brian looks like, that is what he looks like.
It's not. Oh, God.
Brian is not like being on camera or in pictures. But I had to have one to at least say that he does exist in this project, other than his voice. It's not me just like doing voices.
Yeah, that actually is a picture of Matt, and this is the second voice he does.
Hey guys,
he's very talented. He can do both at the same time if you wanted to.
And we have two other mics set up. I'm going to throw my voice over to those right now. Listen.
Hey
everybody, I'm on mic number 3. Hey everybody, I'm on mic number 4.
All the same mic.
I'm on mic. Whoa, you got tongue twisted.
What happened?
I don't know. I just my brain and my tongue just went opposite directions.
Huh.
I wonder if any of the artists for this show are going to show up tonight, like JP or Barrett or Humphrey.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd never seen them.
If they show up. If Famous After Death shows up, I'm going to get him on the mic.
Famous After Death?
Yeah. I love
Famous that. Smelled like Samus.
Yes.
Maybe it's Famous.
Maybe. Could be. Should we find out? At first, I thought it said Thug of Life, but it's Tree of Life. That's the one I like. I really like that one.
You thought it said Thug of Life?
Yeah. My eyes are really bad. I'm thinking about getting the LASIK surgery. So if anybody else there wants to sponsor, if LASIK is listening.
Everybody here is asking me what the hell's going on. I'm a bartender, so what's going on?
You want to hop on and talk for a bit?
What am I talking about?
We have a bartender coming to chat.
You can take this out of stand if you want to. You don't want to?
All right. They can talk to me.
So basically, what we're doing is we're just doing a open mic podcast, talk about gaming. So anybody wants to come up and just talk, they are more than welcome to come up and just chat about games. Retro games, arcade games, modern games.
Not playing game with women or anything.
No, not yet. That's later on.
After you play the video game.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, anybody wants to come up and just sit down, they're welcome to. We'll take frequent breaks, and anybody wants to come up.
See who I can get you to talk to about this.
Gonna have the owner on a little bit later. Gonna have Chris on and Brandon.
That guy, yeah, I know him.
You do know him. He's a good guy. I heard.
I heard he's a pretty good guy.
He's like a ghost. I haven't seen him in a while.
He works or does something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what. He does a lot.
Keeps the place running.
He keeps the place running. He's a good guy.
Lights on. Necessities of life, obviously, for a bar, but nonetheless. Cool guys. Thanks for having me on. I'm understand what's going on.
No problem.
I can elaborate to other people now.
Yeah.
There
We'll
you
be
go.
here all night. Come back.
Thanks.
So yeah. So we had a bartender pop on up. Didn't put his mouth into the mic.
It's okay.
To be a little fainted, but
We'll salvage it somehow. I'll get a transcript and then I'll read it over there.
that'd be awesome. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play. Well, actually, I'm gonna mention briefly that we are doing a little panel coming up, possibly for Free Play Florida in November. Not sure yet, but we're definitely doing one for Holiday Matsuri at the end of the year. We're gonna play a couple NES tracks while we take a quick break. When we get back, I will explain to you what we're doing and why I chose these tracks.
You said NES tracks, right?
That is correct. This time, NES music. Guaranteed NES music.
Okay, got
So
it.
we will see you after the break.
Is it this tab here that says Mega Man?
Get him! Bye.